Freelancers are underutilized because it's hard to find someone you can trust to get the job done. How do I know that this person isn't just gonna onboard with my company for 2 months and then leave to go get a full-time job, or they don't really know what they're talking about and they can't actually deliver results, and then they're just gonna go find someone else once I realize this and just stop paying them. I feel like modern platforms like Upwork and Fiverr have helped to solve these issues. And now it's not a trust issue anymore, but it's just a knowledge and skill issue to know how to use the platforms. So I wanted to just share my process for hiring people on Upwork. I've been doing it for years now, and I've had great results. I've found some amazing people to work with, and maybe this process can be helpful for you too. Larger picture, I feel like Upwork is my favorite hiring platform. There's Fiverr as well. It just felt a little bit lower value and transactional and kind of like more of a price shopping sort of approach. Whereas Upwork, it's more like freelancer and quality centric. So, and the other big picture thing kind of is I don't post jobs on Upwork anymore. I feel like whenever I've posted jobs, I've gotten a million DMs of people that like don't have that much experience on Upwork that I'm just not sure how to vet. It just ends up taking me a lot longer to find the people if I post a job on Upwork versus if I kind of just shop for people and look at their profiles and then reach out to them in direct message later. And then I'll kind of, as I'm doing that, also I'll get to talk with people and see what questions they're asking, and then I'll adjust my contract or job description as I go, and then I'll end up kind of messaging them that. And you also get to message back and forth with them and see, how they respond. Are they hungry right now for work? And just get a better vibe, how quickly they respond and stuff. So I'm going to use this example of a web developer, and kind of what my process looks like here is I will create the filters and pull a bunch of people over into tabs, then save them into this list, into like a little loved talent list. I don't know where it is on this page. And then I'll reach out to all of them in messages, or I'll reach out to maybe 5 or 10 of them, and then just get the conversation going from there. And then I'll send them a job proposal after that. So first step is to create the search. So I'll type in web developer and start looking. And I won't just start scrolling yet. I want to constrict the results, because most things that you're going to want to hire for on Upwork, they're going to have, this has got to be 50 pages on here of web developers. So definitely turn on top rated plus. Okay, I've turned on those, and then the most important to me is this 90% up and up job success and the top rated things. You'll set whatever hourly rate you're looking for. This is a very crowded market, so 20 to 30 I feel like is a fair market rate. I don't put any skills. I feel like some people really optimize their profiles and some don't, and sometimes you want the people that don't optimize their profiles. I don't click any of that. I click freelancers only. I prefer freelancers, and that is one of the top questions that I ask in the video interview. Like, are you a freelancer? How much will you outsource? Like, if you're outsourcing, that's okay. I just want to know. You don't need to be paying somebody a whole bunch of money to just move data around. If they have a good process, their freelancer profile is still held accountable. And then earned amount, I put as much as possible, and then I put 100 hours billed within the last 6 months only. I've had mixed results with doing 1,000 plus hours, which is what I would have initially thought. And then I prefer to be able to talk with them on meetings. So we have this search with a whole bunch of filters, and there are still more than 5 pages. There's a bunch of pages. So because there's so many people, I'm going to constrict. Because there's so many people, I'm going to constrict the search results a little bit more. I'll take this one off. That's a good favorite of mine. Okay, and now we have the results reduced. Well, it looks like that didn't noticeably reduce the results. I try to get it to like less than 5 pages here, but that's fine. It's probably just a massive market. So now I'm going to start looking through the results. So I'm going to skip everybody that's boosted because I want the results to actually be what I'm searching for. So now I'm going to start looking through the results. And it looks like there are lots of pages of people. So I did uncheck the top rated, so it's only top rated plus, but I usually like to have this like around 5 pages. Now, when I look through the results, I'm going to skip everybody that says boosted, and I'll start to just look through. You can read this little top bit based on your criteria, your search criteria that you're looking for. And then I'll just go and open up a bunch of people in new tabs, which I've already kind of done. And once you do that with enough of them, whoever sticks out to you, then what I do is I just go through my different tabs. So on their profiles, one thing that's nice to see is what they offer. So this is under all work, but this guy also, so he says he does web design and he says he does SEO. Under all work, he says WordPress web and web developer. So to me, this seems like he specializes in web design and secondarily works on SEO, because this is his main point of sale. So maybe I would, if I was looking for more complicated SEO work, then maybe I would work with somebody else on that. Another thing to look at is you can see all of his total jobs, total hours, and total earnings. So with these constrained search results, all these people are going to be somewhat high total jobs and hours. But it's nice to see that he has 68 completed jobs. For me, my primary thing I look at is reviews. And that goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of this is if you're building your house or something, if you're working with a dude that doesn't have a Google business profile, then there's nowhere for you to leave a bad review if he messes up something and doesn't finish the project. So it's the same way here. You want, like when I'm looking for people, I want them to have a lot of earnings and a lot of total hours on here and to be clearly working all the time on Upwork and want to maintain a good relationship, a good reputation on Upwork. So, yeah, that's why I'll just go and look through a bunch of the reviews and just see. He has one bad review recently, but looks like a bunch of the other ones he has positive reviews with text for. So this is definitely somebody I would consider. I would go through, look at his portfolio after that, see. Another thing is his profile is pretty optimized with all these different project catalogs, and also some people work with agencies, like the person I ended up working with had an agency that he's associated with. So worth considering. All right. And yeah, I'll just kind of go through and look at that process for everybody. And then, see if the skills match up, see if the portfolio matches up, but definitely look at the work history. I also feel like if there are a bunch of completed jobs with no feedback like this, well, there's only 2, then I also kind of wonder about that because, he could say, if you're a freelancer and you're just like, please give me a good review, I'll finish this project at whatever you want. Um, just give me a good review. And he asks that of everybody, then they're just like, whatever, I'll give you a good review, but not say anything. So I don't know. Sometimes I like if it's all no word reviews, I kind of wonder and maybe just X out of that one. Um, so this is who I've been working with. He's amazing. He does great work. One thing that drew me to his profile among the others was that he has a nice video of him kind of just talking, and I get to kind of meet him beforehand. He had 300 completed jobs, so he clearly works on here a lot. Um, One red flag to me was that he's associated with a agency on Upwork, and I asked him about that, and we talked about it a little bit. But that is one thing I like. I would prefer to work with freelancers if I'm shopping on Upwork. Um, that's kind of the point of Upwork to me. So, and another red flag that kind of goes hand in hand with the agencies is that he has 52 jobs in progress. So that's a lot of people to juggle and just worth talking about. But he's been doing an amazing job with me. One of the big things that stood out, I read a bunch of his reviews and looked through a few pages of those, and also his portfolio. I mean, it just was, the design is really good. So overall, I feel like Upwork is a great platform to use. It's a huge opportunity if you have extra needs and extra capacity and you're struggling trying to hire part-time employees and train people, or you don't know who to trust and you're trying to find good freelancers. Just look at the profiles, see about their reviews, make sure that it's their livelihood. You will find honest, good people that are working on there that you can collaborate with on a long-term basis.